It's just different. LA is great at making sitcoms. Paris isn't as good as LA is at making sitcoms. Every place has their specialty. So, um, yeah, and then they do LA Fashion Week, which is incredibly arrogant and demanding. I mean, these editors have been all over the globe for a couple of weeks, and then LA is saying, okay, now you have to come here, please. I mean, get off your ass and go to Europe. I mean, that's what I did. I mean, you just have to go where you have to go. So, I mean, they just don't have the tradition, and they don't have, leave well enough alone. They do other things really good. So, why do they have to be a fashion center capital? I mean, they're the movie capital of the world, and they've always been that. I mean, can't they just be satisfied with that? Whereas, excess and kind of being more extreme, Paris is a place to do it. And I mean, it's accepted, not only is it accepted in Paris, it's practically enforced. So, I mean, and I knew that that was the kind of designer I wanted to be. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to be comme des garçons. I don't think anybody is going to do that anymore, but I knew that I wasn't going to be, I wasn't going to be straight enough for New York. You know, originally my idea for clothes had been kind of anti-display. It had been about, I always kind of resented the idea that radical fashion and that kind of extreme kind of fashion, it was only reserved for the runway, and then a designer would come out at the end in jeans and a t-shirt, kind of, underlining the fact, well, what I'm presenting is this, but it's not possible. And I thought, well, it should be possible. And so I wanted to take those kind of silhouettes and translate them into something soft and gray, and have them assimilate into everyday life. And but at the beginning that was a little hard to translate on a runway, and I made some mistakes, and but I think eventually I kind of ended up figuring out how to do it in a way that I felt good about, and I feel great about it now. I mean, now I really enjoy shows. Before it was a little bit like, oh, I kind of feel like a sellout. I feel like it's kind of working. I feel like it's working now. I feel like I really, because I'd never even been to a fashion show before I started doing them. So there was a lot to learn. And there was also a lot to learn just in the fact that I'd always been working in such an isolated, kind of reclusive way in LA and without a fashion community, that when I moved to Europe, all of a sudden I had to communicate with a lot of people in a lot of different languages, and it was kind of overwhelming. And that I've learned to balance out now too. I mean, I still, that's why I take a nap every day, because partly just to recharge, but also there's a little bit of escape in it. I get oversaturated and having to communicate with a lot of people all day. So it's kind of an escape in the middle of the day to kind of have privacy again, complete privacy. It's like kind of a mini suicide. There's some people that thrive on working in a community or collaborating. I'm a terrible collaborator. I can only be completely passive or completely dominant. I can't do in between. So I've tried things where, I had a lot of energy around and young people with cute haircuts and stuff, and I just can't deal with all that excess energy and all of that desire and all of that ambition and all of everybody's needs. So I kind of have to be really spoiled and be by myself. and you know, not to put young people down, but you know, I get portfolios and I get applications and CVs that have you know, images cut in, like collages and stuff. And I'm, what the fuck am I going to do with a collage? I can do a collage. I need like old people who know how to make things.
Yeah.
So, or something. All of a sudden, everybody wants to be a designer. So, um, yeah, like I said, if I'd have come on my own, just being an American designer, no one would have. I mean, I would have sunk. So. I had huge backup. I mean, to have Vogue introduce you and to have like a French maison, I mean, that was an opportunity that you'd have to be pretty bad to fuck up.